Yeah, good, yeah.
Good. Looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah.
You a bit nervous for Sunday?
Nah, not really. No.
Nah, he's a top red.
No, really, I'm not really that nervous. You know what I mean? It's going to be a good game, but no, not real nervous right now.
All right.
Nah,
we'll get into
nervous,
it.
man.
We'll see how nervous you are when it comes down to the score prediction, I'm sure. You said on that you were hoping for a Liverpool romp in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
What?
Yeah, because...
That's what he said.
Because,
why are you hating, bro?
Well, there's many reasons.
Because the Mud Brothers fraternity have discarded him.
I've got Conference League duties tonight because of you.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's a big reason.
What, you didn't watch along for that as well, yeah?
Of course, you'll be there. But also...
We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also...
5 o'clock kickoff, that one.
Just logistically, I'm thinking, who do I expect to be the better team this season? Liverpool. I think Liverpool will be in the Champions League. Man United are a lot more of an uncertainty. So if I can have Man United drop points, my team is close to top 4. I'm ready to start early days, August. I'm not here playing games. They are a top 4 rival, and only one place left in my opinion. So
is it more that you're hurt because the Mud Brothers fraternity has turned their back on you?
Well, they always do this. He did it, Flex did it, KG did it.
They get above their station.
Saeed did it. They all get above their station. Oh, we don't talk to you anymore. And then they finish on a minus goal difference and finish behind us in the table. Recover the season with an FA Cup.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, mention
I'll
that,
mention that.
But
again,
mention the trophies.
Again, this season, we've started with Manchester City. Put that into context, but I don't think they've looked too different from last season. So I just think with Manchester United, we've got a little bit of a Mud Brother rivalry going on. Maybe I'll walk away from the table and say, actually, I'm not talking to you guys this season. Hopefully, if Osimhen comes in or Tony, you never know. I might not be talking to these guys this season. They might be talking to Spurs and all these other guys. So, we'll see.
Robbie, there's been some activity from both teams in the window in the last day. It's about time. Obviously, United are looking to bring in Ugarte. Do you think any of the new signings for either team will feature, start, impact the game?
Probably not start, maybe on the bench. I think both signings are good. You know what I mean? Ugarte, you know what I mean? I think you guys need a defensive midfielder. He's a guy who loves a tackle, loves the, It's whether how quick he'll be able to adapt, because he didn't do very well at PSG. That's the only thing, you know what I mean? People got to remember that. He's not really pulled it up there, but if he delivers, new environment, then that'd be a good signing for them, because they needed a DM. And the Chiesa one, I was saying to you outside, I mean, for that price, I'm just... Listen, when I've seen him over the years, he's been a top player, right? But he's had lots of injuries. I'm still surprised that nobody else has gone in for him. He's been available all summer. And it's come right down to the wire that, Liverpool have taken him. It's been a surprise to me, because it's like Arsenal need a winger, loads of teams need a wide player.
Cams, when you look at the attacking lineup that Liverpool have got now, and we'll go on to United, but on the right you could have Salah or Chiesa, through the middle Nunez or Jota, Gakpo and Diaz on the other side. I mean, Liverpool fans, even to this minute, are still hoping that another maybe CDM or a defender comes in. But in terms of the attack, it could be scary. Could be scary.
I think Liverpool in attack have always been blessed, to be honest, for quite a while, even under Klopp. I mean, Jota coming back in fit massively changes the dynamics of your attack. Because if you had just said that attack, but you said it's Nunez, no disrespect to Nunez, but you'll start looking underwhelmed and stuff. But you just kind of know that Salah, he's going to do what he does. And now you have another one that I think you can rely on no matter what in Jota, because he's going to score goals. Jota in a full season, I'm expecting him to score maybe 15 Premier League goals in a full
he
healthy
got 10
season.
In 20 games last year.
There we go. Do you know what I mean? So that's two kind of reliable ones. And then Luis Diaz is a bit of the wild card. You don't really know what you're going to get with him sometimes, but he's going to excite the fans. He's going to get everyone up. And on transition, as you saw the other day, he could be deadly. So Liverpool attack's always been a problem. It's always been a problem. So adding Chiesa, it's a low-risk gamble, I would say. That's why I had a very good game against Fulham. But I was like, get De Ligt in, because I want him warm for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? I want him warm for Liverpool. And everyone's like, no, you've got to keep Maguire in the team. And it's no disrespect to Maguire, but we know we signed this guy to be a starter, and Maguire is going to be a backup. So it's only one game into the Premier League season. Like, everyone was talking about like merit, but it's like, it's only the first game of the season. I think he should have put De Ligt in for the second game And
Because he brought him on as a sub late.
Delete came on,
10
and
minutes.
It didn't really make sense.
Yeah, don't try and make it like it's Delit's fault. Well, this guy's trying to make it like it's Delit's fault.
He's a centre back, isn't he?
Everything was fine till he came on.
Everything was running neatly, right? Delit come on.
No, my
bang.
God.
You lose the game.
You see, this is an agenda, right?
No, agenda is facts.
No, but it's an
Is that not a
agenda,
facts?
though. Yeah, it's a fact.
It's 1-1.
But
Delit comes
was it his
on.
fault? Was it his fault?
Delit comes on.
It's not his fault, though. It's not his fault.
It's the aura.
Where was it?
Oh, look at that.
Where was
It's
it?
the aura that he brings.
He wasn't
Centre
there.
back,
He wasn't
bro.
there.
Where?
But it's got nothing to do with him. It's got nothing to do with him. But
The goal was round about the centre.
no.
And he plays as a centre back.
Lack of communication.
Hey, listen, it would have been 2-1 if Maguire was playing as well. You can't blame it on
The
Delete.
thing is, so that's the thing. I want
Hold on,
Dellit
wait.
in there.
Sorry to cut you there, right? You can't necessarily say that because one thing about Maguire, he's a leader, isn't he? He's a captain. He organises that back. Whereas Dellit, I'm not saying Maguire's better than Dellit. Delit's just coming in new, fresh. You're not really used to. That's why, to me, I was a bit baffled when that substitution was made at 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, I see Arsenal, they bought on Calafiori, they're winning 2-0. They bought him on. Sometimes it's still, the game's not won yet. Is that the time to say, right, we're going to warm up this guy to get him in the thing at 1-1? That, you know, he's an organiser. You know, he's an international player. He's an organiser. Would it have been like that if he had still been on the pitch? That's what I'd say.
It was in the game state. It was a bit of a weird sub. You know, even against Fulham, it worked out against Fulham when he came on. Not again, it's not because of him, but we won the game. But even that sub, I was like, okay, bringing on Dellit, 10 minutes to go. I'm not really understanding what's going on. And Ten Hag basically treated Fulham and Brighton as the same.
Yeah.
So that didn't make sense to me. He did the same subs. He brought on Nacho and he brought on Dellit. And I was like, you're doing the exact same thing. You don't get Fulham, but this time we got punished for it. So I would want Dellit to start, but now it's kind of feeling like a baptism of fire. We just lost our game. Now we're going against Liverpool who are purring. I'm like, wow, this is a bit of a tough situation to put him in. I actually don't think he's going to start. I don't think he will.
Yeah, for a Liverpool perspective, again, like you said, it seems like a good time to play United. The key word there is seems, because how many times last season did I say, what a time to play them, and we couldn't get anything over the line against you last year. So that complacent, or not the complacency is not the word.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm mad!
Got sent off actually for taking
For
the
that,
shirt
yeah,
off. So well
yeah.
done. Couple of stats for you. United have won just one of the last 12 Premier League meetings with Liverpool.
Really?
Drawing 5, losing 6, beating them 2-1 at Old Trafford in the third game in the 22-23 season. Liverpool have lost just one of the last 6 Premier League games away at United. And this is a weird one, right? Since Fergie's retired, United have lost 13 of their 35 Premier League games played in September.
Does he always read out stats before games like this?
No.
Or they just because they favour Liverpool?
hating.
No,
Yeah. He's hating.
at the minute. Listen,
I'm just asking.
the stats are the stats.
Wouldn't have heard about these
Stats are the
stats,
stats.
really.
I've just never heard
So
you
the
read
stats.
bad stats for Liverpool.
It's true.
Oh,
So
well,
detailed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
Detailed,
it's
isn't it?
very interesting
That's all
analysis
Google's
that you're
given
bringing
me.
to the
That's all
table today.
Google's given me.
Googling now.
Yeah,
So those stats
sure.
weren't given to you before the
No, they weren't on the sheet.
Oh,
but
so
I-
you've,
I've
so
actually
you,
added them
they
into
weren't
the
on the
show.
sheet.
I've
You've
got them
Googled
found
those
me.
facts
I have.
and added those in.
He just
Yes.
wanted to, yeah.
Just there. But listen, stats are stats, right? As we know, United, I will always say this, it is still, I believe, in terms of tradition and all that, still the hardest place to go in the Premier League. In terms of
harder than City?
tradition, maybe
City's the hardest place to
do you
go.
know what I mean though, right? Traditionally people would say, oh, United away, it's a horror show. Now let me ask you 2 questions. If United win this game, what's the feeling like after that in terms of, have you forgotten about that Brighton loss? And if you lose the game, what's the feeling going to be like then?
If we lose, I think it could get a bit toxic. I'm
Quite
not gonna
quickly,
lie. Yeah,
really?
very quickly, because I think a lot of fans went into the end of the season. Obviously, we had our worst ever season last year. We went into it and then we won the FA Cup, and then it was like the Men in Black. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone forgot. Bam! You know what I mean? Flash. We didn't know what happened. But then now if we go and lose 2 of our first 3, it's just going to be a little bit like deja vu. Like, oh, so we haven't improved. Oh. If we win, just like Man United fans, I said, bring it out.
How long did that last though for?
Listen, and we
You
go
win,
again. That's
yeah,
what happens.
it's
You know what I
true,
mean?
it's true.
So, look, you win a derby. I remember going into that FA Cup game against you. It was doom and gloom, and then honestly, you win against Liverpool.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, it's such a good feeling. But I won't forget. And
Predicted Liverpool wins in previous years purely because they are the better team. Man United haven't been good defensively, and Liverpool are brilliant on transition. So from a matchup standpoint, where Man United are under pressure to not cave in, and they do kind of have to show a little bit of attacking intent, it does play into Liverpool's hands. But Man United, like you said in this fixture, you can't write them off because the intangibles are just going to be overwhelming. I assume the crowd is going to be up. The players are going to be up. There's no McTominay this time, which is a bit of a concern because, McTominay loves a game like this. I remember at Anfield, I think they drew 0-0. McTominay was on it that day. He was everywhere.
I think he scored last season.
Yeah, so I think for Man United, it's just, can they avoid all of the issues that they have and just turn up for that given day? Whereas Liverpool, they're going to be in the game 100%, and if they're at their best and Man United don't come to the table, they could give them a 3 or 4. But
Ten Hag's got to show slots something. I mean, like, don't forget who was the big daddy in the Netherlands, yeah? Don't forget that. It was Ten Hag, you know what I'm saying? It was Ten Hag.
That was then, bro.
Don't forget that. That's what I'm saying.
That was then.
He's got to show him, like, hey, there's still
big sausage.
you want him to do the whole pat on the top of their bald
I
head.
paved the way for the bald Dutch thing here. You know what I mean? So
Not very well, to be honest.
Yeah, but I've collected 2 trophies in 2 seasons. Do you know what I mean? So he's got to show him the levels, man. You can't let him come to Old Trafford and school him. That would be embarrassing.
Gus Hiddink is still clear for me.
You start getting all these quotes from Van der Vaart and Van Basten and all these guys getting on there. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
Robbie, this is Slot's first massive, huge, seismic test as a Liverpool manager.
Liverpool have probably started the best out of all 3 teams, so they've looked very impressive in their first couple of games. They're impressive in pre-season, right? It's all going well for them at the moment. So this is the big one, though. This is a big step up for Slot.
Biggest.
If he was to get a win, like you said, it's a massive statement. It's a bit like the game last week for us against Villa, the Arsenal game. That was huge. We made a statement in that game. This is similar. Like, if you guys go away to United and get a win, it's a massive statement. I personally think, my prediction on the game, I think it'll be a draw. I just get that feel. I don't think United will lose.
KG.
And I just think it's going to be a tight game. I think Ten Hag, we know in these games, man, he puts people behind the ball and it's counter-attack. So I expect Liverpool to be on the attack and counter-attacking to come from Manchester United. But it's a tough, like you said, the one thing about United, when it comes to these type of games now, they step up. They step up to the plate. I'd start Garnacho though, man. To me, Garnacho, that's been the one that's been baffling me. You can see that Rashford's not really performing at the moment. I'd start Garnacho. On the counter-attack, he's excellent. You know what I mean? So, but I think it's going to be a really tight game.
80% think Man United win, 20% think draw, and 50% think Liverpool will win that game. Let's get your score predictions then, Matthijs, and then we'll crack on.
This is tough, man.
It's a tough one to predict.
I do think Liverpool are, head and shoulders better than Man United, but I've been bit by this one before. I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Liverpool win. But,
Oof, all right.
Anything could happen in this. I easily could see Man United winning this game.
Yeah, do you know what? It's such a weird kind of matchup, right? Because on paper, it's just this one team that are head and shoulders, like you said. But I can see you winning 2-1. I could see a 3-3. Yeah. I could see us winning 4-1.
Yeah.
There is no...
Stop bottling it, man, and give
No, honestly. No, this is all the things I can see.
Friend, you know what I mean? It's a derby, man. Put your thing down and say what's going
Liverpool 2-1 win. But I wouldn't be surprised if you won. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw.
Now, look.
No, but you know what I mean by that, right?
I know what you mean.
Like you won 4-3 last year, 2-2. But we won 7-0.
I think this might be the hardest game in the country to predict.
Yeah, I'm going 2-2 draw. Right, I
that's what you'd like as an Arsenal fan.
No, it's just not even what I like. It's early in the season, man. So but I just what I feel. I just feel that I just feel it is a difficult place to go to. I feel a 2-2 draw, and I think if it did end up in that way, both teams would probably go away reasonably happy. It's not easy to go to United. I've seen it over the years. Arsenal, we've been there. United have kind of been in the mud, but they step up for these games.
Yeah.
He might score against Liverpool and then not score for 7 weeks. Honestly, that's the type of guy he is. So I think that's actually Ten Hag's biggest decision there. Like, do you start
Garnacho's
Rashford
not great from the start, is he?
He's okay, but
He's better off the
Garnacho's
bench.
better off the right.
Yeah.
So we everything we saw of Garnacho last season where he was good was off the right, and now we're saying bring him in to start ahead of Rashford off the left. Where
Ahmad's
on the
playing
left
on
we
the right
were
though.
underwhelmed. So
Yeah.
it's a bit of a tough one there. I've been changing my scores per platform I've been on, so I can
Inside scoop.
Do you know what I mean? Spread bet. So I'm gonna go to Manchester United on this one.
Doesn't
I'm just gonna
surprise
say, you
me.
know what?
He's a top
Why
rank.
not, man? You come to United, Old Trafford's gonna be rocking. And we need a result. You know, we need to kind of burst your bubble a little bit. So I'm going to say we're going to be up for it. And I think you guys should all be supporting Man United.